Coming up next on Wall Street Warriors. So I landed a job as a junior currency analyst. I'm really excited. It's a good fit.
What's absolutely unforgivable is to give it back on one stupid, stubborn trade.
I landed a job as a junior currency analyst at this company called FXCM. I'm really excited. It's a good fit with my European background.
I want to welcome you to FXCM. This is our headquarters, and we also have offices in Dallas, San Francisco, Hong Kong, China, London. This is very important to remember because Daily FX, which is the research team that you're working with, is geared towards individual investors.
Okay. Since I studied international business, I'm going to get to use that side of my degree to follow political and economic news events and see how they affect exchange rates.
FX stands for foreign exchange. It's the single largest financial market in the world. It trades $3 trillion of capital per day. It trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It responds to big geopolitical events, big economic events, and it's the largest market in the world that nobody's ever heard of.
You know, part of the reason we did very well was because we did a lot of special reports. In your articles, what we want to do is generate, conversation.
Today we had my first Monday morning meeting. The job is a mix of journalism and technical analysis.
The one that we're going to concentrate on is the Fed rate decision. Will they or they not cut?
I'm going to take the opposite side of that. I think I'm going to take the side that the Fed isn't going to cut.
It was interesting to be there because they're very opinionated people.
If retail sales this week prints halfway decent,
high oil
we have a
prices
bounce.
is the reason they need to cut interest rates. Is one of the reasons. My name's Kathy Lean, and I'm the chief strategist here at FXCM. Boris and I both manage the research team. Our research website is dailyfx.com.
Our whole staff works on 12, 15 articles a day. Kind of like running a newspaper that never closes. There's an enormous amount of strength. That means a huge amount of capital. That means they're still the buyer of last resort for U.S. Treasuries. Our primary responsibility is to cover the FX markets 24 hours a day and to generate research ideas so that our customers could trade off of them.
The great thing about foreign currencies is that you really only trade 8 currencies. All you have to do is follow 8 countries and compare the performance of each country against each other. It emulates the stock market to some degree, but it's more simplistic.
So everybody's in unison that we're going to go 139 on the euro this week? Yes? You see 39 before end of the week?
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty bullish for it.
Well, I'm looking at the euro-dollar pair. I'm just going to look at some of the news that came out today to see if it had an effect on how the currency pair traded. I kind of like technical analysis.
With Letitia, we're basically showing her how the market works, what drives fluctuations in the currency market. We're teaching her about how we write and the thought process that happens in our research and analysis. Also, we want to help her become a good trader. It was released because our job here is, we always say that we're traders first and analysts second. We like to put ourselves in the shoes of our clients, and a lot of our research is very trading oriented. So let's go ahead and get started.
Manufacturers rose their price for the 9th month in August. They already rose 0.3% in July. Investment lending also decreased 6.8%. On Bloomberg, they thought that the Bank of Japan would not raise interest rates. And on a yearly basis, it rose 2.6%. What I found was that the decrease was mainly due to expectations of higher interest rates.
Okay, fantastic. So that's the way I want you to think.
Okay.
And so when we do this again tomorrow, what you want to do is look at the currency market reaction.
What did you do with her? You sat down with her?
We went over the some of the indicators that came out, numbers that came out. Yeah. So, yeah, we just talked about their significance.
Okay. Well, our plan with you is to make sure that, one, you understand basically how these things operate, what moves these things up and down, how they trade. And the most important thing that I really wanted to do is to make sure that every time you had a trade idea, you were doing it for a reason. It's very important to make sure that you at least have a rational, reasonable approach, even if it's completely wrong. I've seen a few accounts literally have taken $10,000 and ran it up to millions of dollars. But I've seen hundreds more cases where they've taken $1 million and run it down into 10,000. It's a business really of being wrong. Woody Allen had this great quote. He said, 90% of life is just showing up, and 90% of trading is just staying alive until you catch the 1, 2, 3 good trades that really make it worthwhile for you. Never be afraid about losing money small. What's absolutely unforgivable is to have 5, 6, 7 winners in a row and then give it all back on one stupid, stubborn trade. You know, markets never make it easy for you to make money.